I know y'all probably tired of seeing me work in this Coco book, but I just love it so much. And I'm starting off with a bouquet background. I've done an in-depth tutorial on this specific one. So if you want to see the details, the colors, all of that, scroll down just a few videos. But I've just been obsessed with the bouquet and using it for backgrounds. And I love the yellow pattern palette that I did with this one. Also, this is my second time coloring a ladybug in this book, and I definitely think this one came out so good compared to my first one. And that's why I always say practice makes progress. Now I'm going to be moving into the skin of the ladybug, and these are the shades I'm using. I was using 3 shades pretty much for everything on this page: a light, a medium, and a dark, and then using that last shade to kind of add my highlights. Now moving into the water. I was so excited for this bird bath because I did a marble look on the bird bath, and we'll see that marble look in just a minute. What I'm going to do now is I love tying in and repeating colors, so I'm taking the yellow from the background to do this watering can. Moving on to the leaves, these are the 3 shades I'll be using: that light, that medium, that dark. Starting on the outside with my lightest shade, moving into the middle with my medium shade, and then the innermost piece, blending it out with that darker shade. I have been obsessed with doing this on my leaves lately, and you'll see later on I actually take a darker marker and add a few dots there. Finally, we're getting to the bird bath. This was my favorite part of, I don't know if I want to say the whole page, because there was really a lot of cute stuff on this page, but I'm basically taking a couple of different grays, starting with a lightest to a darkest, and lay down a base shade, then stipple to make this. I'm thinking about taking this video and creating a easier, understandable tutorial. Let me know below if you would like to see that, but definitely was something different. I hadn't done this effect before, so I loved it. Going into the grass, of course I have a tutorial down below on how I do this and slow it down, but I love using different color markers and kind of making it look, you know, the sun is hitting the grass in different places, but I do try to use those darker shades around objects that are standing there to cast kind of a shadow. Then using the Longbow brush paint pens to add some texture and flowers. I know some people get a little intimidated by doing grass, but it is one of my absolute favorite things to do. Finally, adding in little dots here for little wildflowers. Moving along, I'm tying in some more purple, going in with these flowers, and I actually did some extra details on this that I love. I'm terrible with flower names. I can't remember what this is called, but I added these little acrylic pink and white flowers, and I think it was the perfect touch. Then again, repeating these colors, using purples, using blues into these flowers. I've been trying to get a little more extra, I guess you would say, with my flowers lately, and have been really into trying different techniques, and I keep saying this a lot, but I just loved it. I love this, how this page turned out. Here I'm adding my white acrylic for my strawberries, using my Sophia pen, and finally adding shadows and final highlights. And this is the final look. I hope you love this as much as I do. I love the primary look of the colors and all the little details on the leaves, the little white dots. I've really been experimenting with that. But anyway, see you in the next one. Bye.